What's going on? It's Astronaut H, and this is the What More Do You Want Network. Now, in this video, I will be discussing NBA news, and that is Derrick Rose, formerly of the Chicago Bulls, and recently playing with the Memphis Grizzlies this past NBA season, has elected to retire from the NBA after an illustrious career spanning over the course of 16 seasons. Derrick Rose was an NBA All-Star, MVP, Rookie of the Year. The list goes on and on. A catalyst for the Chicago Bulls. So many accolades that he has as a player. Not only that, one of his fondest memories, or my fondest memory of Derrick Rose, was him putting up 50 points as a member of the Minnesota Timberwolves. And before I really get into all of the Derrick Rose things and how I want to give him his flowers, so to speak, I remember the first time I actually seen Derrick Rose. I'm not from Chicago, but I am a Chicago Bulls fan. And the first time I seen Derrick Rose, I believe it was when he was playing for Memphis in college. When he was playing for John Calipari in Memphis. And through that whole tournament run and them ultimately getting to the NCAA championship. That was probably my first knowings of seeing Derrick Rose constantly. You know, seeing him perform and being able to see him on television. And I knew at that moment that he was special, right? He had the athleticism without question. He looked different than a lot of other guys that he was going up against. And that's what separated him when he did get into the NBA. Ultimately being drafted by the Chicago Bulls. And proving to be just that, a very special talent. Ultimately, in the season when he did win MVP, he spoke before the season saying, why can't I be MVP? And he went out there and he proved to everybody watching exactly why. And, you know, being a part of those Chicago Bulls teams who were right there on the cusp of, you know, being able to compete for championships and ultimately be in throes to win a title and contend for a title, but that never came to be. Ultimately, Derrick Rose did get injured, and the injuries just kept piling up and piling up and piling up. And he did get back at times, but he just wasn't that same player that he once was due to those same injuries. But he was a good member of those teams that I mentioned that he was a part of, whether it was him being in Detroit, whether it was him being in Minnesota, that which I did mention, also him being in Memphis. You know, Derrick Rose never cheated the game, honestly. You know, he never cheated the game. He always went out there and gave you 100% when he was and able to play and perform on the basketball floor, no matter what the case may be. Injuries are what, you know, stripped him of his talent. You know, we knew what he was capable of. It was just that his body failed him. And I would have liked to see what would have been, you know, had it not been for the injuries. But that is all in the past. Today, as I sit here, Derrick Rose has announced his retirement from the NBA. And it is, for me anyway, you know, being a Bulls fan, it's a sad day, but it's not a day where I'm going to sit here and sulk and feel bad for the guy and things like that. At the end of the day, you know, Derrick Rose spoke and said he gave the game, you know, that many years of his life. Now it's time to do the same for his family and things like that and move on. So it's good to see he's at peace, you know, with how his career ended. And the Chicago Bulls, from what I'm hearing, are going to give him a ceremony at some point next season. I don't know if it's in the realms of a jersey retirement, but you know, I wouldn't be surprised if no one else ever wears the number 1 and it goes up into the rafters, because for what Derrick Rose did, not only for the city of Chicago, but also for the Bulls franchise, bringing them back into relevancy, is definitely needs to be highlighted and given its just due. And like I said, this isn't me, feeling sad or feeling sorrow. I wanted to give Derrick Rose his proper respect. I know, this video is probably a week overdue, but I wanted to sit and actually think before I spoke. I didn't just want to put a video out just to, jump on the algorithm because it was a trending topic. I wanted to really sit and think about the moments that I've seen Derrick Rose have with the Bulls, whether it was game winners. We remember the game winner that he had against the Cavaliers in the playoffs. You remember, the game winner that he had against the Milwaukee Bucks and things like that. But my fondest memory of Derrick Rose is his 50-point game versus the Minnesota Timberwolves. Just to hear, the comments that he made after the game, that, what it took for him to get to that moment is what means the most. And that speaks volumes to the type of player and person that Derrick Rose is and was, to the NBA. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Chicago Bulls fans, Derrick Rose fans, or if this is just your first time tuning into this channel, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can know anytime a video is being uploaded to this channel. It's Astronaut H. This is the What More Do You Want Network, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.